Alright, so today's video we're watching a gold 1 tank on Xbox play Sigma. They say, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I don't think I belong in gold. Simple as that. My peak this season was Plat 2 and I was 90% to Plat 1, hoping to hit Diamond on the first time in my Overwatch career. Turns out the opposite happened, obviously. I can't comprehend that I went from Plat 2 to Gold 1. My Sigma gameplay is decent and also trying to only play Sigma to hit Diamond on tank. A couple mistimed fluxes by me, and a lot of plays where I got a little too aggressive and paid the price. And also, while playing Sigma may be fun for me, I always have to deal with tank counter swaps, and I managed to push through the counter and win the game. My teammates were begging me to swap off Sigma because the enemy team went Ramattra. Overall, I think I did pretty well. Positioning can use some work as I'm learning positioning for each map and rotations. Have a good day. Any tips will be appreciated. Okay, well, good news is I have a Sigma guide that's almost out. Is this a good self-promo for my Sigma guide that will be out soon? Also, Squeeby, thanks for the 44 months with the tier 1. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
The barrier's weakened.
So far, everything's fine. I want you to look for a little bit more damage on just not the Orisa. Yes, there you go. Even the Orisa here, don't be afraid to like push past after this initial rotation. Actually, they're kind of making a mistake, the Orisa is. So far, everything's fine. Just lost the first team fight. Nothing really extravagant on that one. You just kind of lost the first team fight. That's it.
Actuating the barrier.
Wait for it. Okay.
Barrier is splintering. Barrier unsuccessful.
I mean, so far you're doing fine. Like, you're just doing what you would do on Sigma in these situations and shoot at them. Problem, you need to take top left control at a certain point. So if your team is going to keep getting rolled, you need to go take top left and deny that ability to be like a play. So you have top left, do the sim. You can just go to the stairs there, force them to you. Force them to overreact to you. So far you're kind of just shooting at the Orisa. Which, I mean, I get it, but... Get Brock? Okay, the sim's still up there, which is the problem you're going to run into. Because you're... Okay, so I just need to kind of point this out. If they have a sim sitting up there, go deny that space. And you're like, well, yeah, what if they go for you? Good. If your teammates, like, they all just start running at you this way, you're doing your job at that point. So don't just sit there and do nothing. Because all you're doing is shooting at the Orisa. Coming from somebody who has, at times, spent too much time shooting an Orisa, don't do that. I hope you feel better soon, DB. Yeah, all's fine. I'm always gonna be okay with you getting an ultimate out with your Sigma ult. Sometimes it just was gonna happen. So don't be like too upset you got the like people spend too much time waiting for the perfect opportunity for an ultimate when sometimes your ultimate can like win you team fights. After the team fight you lose because of their reaction. So right now it's really just you're not really doing it. It goes back to playmaker. Remember, be a playmaker. Right? So that is a playmaker play. Use your ult, they get that. Prior to that, I'm not seeing as much playmaking. So like, see that Zenyatta? They're always out of position. So start shooting at the Orisa. The Orisa dies, fine. Right, now go for the Mercy. You know the Mercy gonna try to res that. Okay, they didn't even try to res, but they did fly in there. Now be a playmaker, yes. Now run through. Mercy apparently just stood there looking at you. Okay. Yep, helping your team. There you go, much better. Now it feels like you're more involved in the team fight, too. Now it feels like you're much more involved in the team fight. I wouldn't overextend to kill that Reaper. I don't know what they're doing to begin with, so you're fine. Because Sigma's kind of bad in this? No, Sigma's fine here. I would be okay with playing Sigma with the comp. I mean, listen, I want you to look at the tank line, the support line for the Sigma. It doesn't matter what you're going to play. You're not going to have a good time, so I'd rather play something I'm at least going to have a fun time on rather than, like, trying to force into your tank. You're running Lucio Zen. It's Lucio Zen. Yep, Rock, nice. Good job. Is this a VOD? Yes. There you go, much better. Now the Orisa's a part of the damage you're doing, but you're doing the majority of your damage to the rest of their team. Use your E. Don't give that Reaper any opportunity. You're fine. May even die to the Lucio or kill the Lucio. There you go. Nice. Much better. Push up now. I mean, I guess you're the only pushing. Yeah, you're the only one pushing cart. You gotta stay there. I would like to see you get aggressive, but no one on the team wants to push cart. So now you go. Now you go. Now you go. Get up there. Get up there. You have time. Get up there. You have time. Get up there. You have time. Go. Push up. Push up. You accomplish nothing with 5 on cart. Take away the map control. Okay. Let's talk about this. If you're on the other team, do you prefer when you have a free entrance out and you can go wherever you want? Or do you prefer when a team is sitting here spamming you out? Obviously, option number 1 is what you prefer. So why give them that opportunity, right? I get pushing the cart initially, but you had a time where you could do that. At the very worst, control this high ground. Now you've given up this high ground. So you've lost this side of the map and this side of the map. Also, 5 people can stack cart. 3 people max. Don't even need 3 people there because it's going to be 2 team fights regardless. That's one of the easiest ways to dictate, right? That's going to be one of the easiest ways to dictate whether or not you should be able to do that, right? So what I mean by that is, do you have a second team fight? If the answer is yes, then set up to win a team fight. If the answer is no, and if you have 3 on cart, you'll win, then I'm fine with 3 on cart. But in this situation, it was going to be a guaranteed team fight, even if you had 3 maximum the whole time, right? Does the cart push faster with 3 people? Yes. Well, with more people, yes. 3 is the max. Each one progresses faster. So, point being is you need to get off the point here. Head back. Like I said, you've lost contain top right also, which you wanted to at least have that. Now your team's backed up. So you lost the opportunity for map control to get stuck in the neutral again. The neutral is this. See?
The barrier appears.
Little side note, even though it's not a big deal, your shield doesn't block the Orisa ult, just so you know. Grimmy, thanks for the 24 months of the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it.
Happy Tuesday, emongg and chat.
We have a good Tuesday too. It doesn't actually block.
Emongg blankies, emongg blankies.
There you go. Yep, Brock. Don't be afraid to ult this now. Once again, to win to at least force them to use whatever they have. They don't have anything. I would ult already, but if you think you can win the team fight without it, I'm fine with that. Yep, Brock. Nice. Good job. Target focus. Good kills. Okay. Wait for it. So what was this Sims plan? I don't... What was the... Remember, chat, you do make noise. You said this is an ego VOD? This is not an ego VOD. In my opinion. One good team fight doesn't dictate an ego VOD, and honestly, if this is an ego VOD and they're not getting off the cart and pushing it with 5 people, that's not going to be much of an ego VOD. Keep disengaging. Use your eat in a second, because the Sojourn's going to turn the corner. Actually, never mind. Nothing happened. Okay, nice ult. Good ult. Good ult location. Good job. It's going to get a guaranteed kill. Match is going to be low. Play to live. You play to live at this point. You play to live at this point. Keep backing up. Remember your comp, too. You're on Lucio Zed, so you need to play a little bit safer. Nice job. Good disengage. There you go. Good kill.
Does not weep when the sun sets.
Now you push up. This is correct. I can't believe they got a free disengage out of there. That was weird. Like, I can't believe that no one died on their team on that retake. Sometimes it just goes that way, you know? Okay, mistake you made. I can already tell what was going to happen, but I wanted to let the team fight happen. Like, basically, at a certain point on Sigma, you don't want to be run down on. I actually talk about this a lot in the guide, too, is like, Sigma is not a brawl-heavy tank. So, like, at a certain point, you need to recognize we're not going to win this, right? Like, we're not going to win this. We need to back away. So, what you should have done is you start to back up slowly, and I guarantee you pick up kills. But you stayed there, and then you got yourself killed because of it. You're also on Lucio Zen. You're not going to get much healing, which means that if the team fight isn't won almost immediately, you're probably going to get grinded down and lose it. So just recognize the time and to back away. You just didn't recognize that. You stayed there for too long, and then you lost the team fight. Not all on you, of course, but you want to get better. Those are the plays you need to make. I mean, Sigma, I'm talking about Sigma right now, but honestly, I have to the, do you have any tips on Sigma? I have a guide that's literally a few days away. Maybe. Here we go.
Return to me.
Teammates are getting some kills. They do have a Moira, so if Moira gets ult, it's probably going to be a nice try in the rock. Yeah, that was a good play by their Ramattra. I have nothing. Honestly, they had too many ults. Like, you're playing not too bad, considering you were running Lucio Zen for the majority of the time. Oh, now you're going up here. Now, while you're sitting up here, isn't this a great spot? You like, isn't that nice to be kind of sit up there? Why leave their Symmetra there the whole time to fight prior on attack? You see what I'm saying? Think about it from the point of view of the other team. Nope, not falling for that one, Vent. Not doing it. Okay. Nice job. Yo, it's funny to me because you're going to the spot, right? You're going to the spot that I was talking that you needed to get rid of last time when you were on attack. But now on defense, you go to this spot consistently because you like the angle. That's why I was confused you wouldn't take away the spot from the sim. Because you just let a sim sit up there and do whatever they wanted. Right? The sim was just sitting up there. And then now, like I don't know, you didn't even have to go off the map there, but like, you had a good map control, and then they went and took it back from you. And then you lost it. That's why I wanted to see you do that a lot sooner on the prior on attack. Remember, playing against a Ramattra is going to be able to play in your distance. You don't want to be there when they can Nemesis form you. So you got to poke them from distance, and they get aggressive when they don't have Nemesis form. You're gonna die there. Yeah, you're too aggressive. Once again, you're being too aggressive against a Ramattra. Don't be that close to the Ramattra. That's on you. You said you want to play Ramattra, that you want to play against Ramattra, and you don't want to swap up Sigma. Fine, but play. Each tank is going to be a different play style, which once again we're going to cover in the guide. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Stay on the cart. Your playstyle is very interesting. Your playstyle is so interesting. So, like, when you need to play passive, you play aggressive. When you need to play aggressive, you play passive. That's basically what's happening. Like, right there, you're letting your teammates sit on the cart, but, like, you have a tree there. You should be up there making sure you're absorbing the damage and being the distraction. Instead, your Sojourn dies. Then you push past and then die. But then, when you needed to play passive, you run into their Ramattra and then fall over so that way the Moira can't save you in time. So, like, your timings are off. So. Okay. But, like, you're just running past them. Aren't they just going to res them if the Mercy comes back? Yeah, there goes that question. That answers that question. Like, you're just playing too aggro. What is the result there? You get a kill and then they res them. Now you give up all the map control and your teammates are on their back foot. You see? It's okay if you back up here. I mean, you already lost this team fight, so you don't have to sit there if you don't want to. There you go. Okay, doing the right damage output. Lossy, thanks for the 47 months of the finish Bronson. Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for 47 months. There you go. Good shots. In front of you. Yep. You gotta melee it. Just melee it. Melee. You can just melee that, like, much sooner than that. Now, what is the one problem you're going to run into right now? You have a whole team here, too. So, that's the problem you're going to run into, is that your team is going to get ran down on. So, you need to understand your position a little bit more. Going here for like an early pick, no problem with that at all. Being proactive. Staying up there for too long is the problem. And I think and I don't know if I'm overanalyzing this a little bit, but I feel like your problem is your inconsistency in decision making, or like the decisions you decide to do. They feel like you're doing the opposite of it. So we'll see though. I mean, you could still clean that up, but like, you basically just gave them free entry as Sigma, who's really good at spamming out chokes. Like, if you're given free entry to the other team, that is a problem in itself. Also, why does your team keep going Lucio and Zen? They're gold currently. They said they don't deserve, they don't think they should be in gold, is what they said. They think they should be much higher than that, or higher than that. So, good pick by your May to start the team fight off. Not bad. Yep, be aggressive now. You have a Zen ult. This is where you be aggressive. Yep, this is fine to go for the ramattra. They're already low. Nice. Good job.
Actuating the barrier.
APL, thanks for the 19 months with a tier 3. Thank you for the tier 3. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. All right, let's see now. And there was a random sound there, so I hit the minimize button on accident for a second, so. Uh-oh. I mean, it certainly wasn't ultimate. Yeah, I imagine he'll still be able to play during the live maintenance, yes.
Barrier initialized.
Yeah, it was a tier 3, thank you. Okay. I mean, it's the same thing. Like the truth is that you're just playing into what they're like. The ramattra, your team just needs you to be helpful in these situations. And when you go into their backline like that, your option is to get the kills. Like, if you're gonna go that far into their team, like, your option is to get a kill to make what you're doing worth it. Right now, it has not been worth it. I mean, your teammates might be able to trade off here on like their mercy, which will be helpful. So, but like, you just got to commit to the play. Right there, you get stuck in the mud and you do nothing. So you have to commit to a play. In that situation, I just say go backline pressure and hope for the best. Like, if you're gonna make that play, then make that play. Don't sit there and be indecisive about it, because that's what happened. Thankfully, your team seems to be making good plays in general to help you win those fights, but
The answer remains nebulous.
you're not recognizing the comp you're playing against with ramattra. We'll see.
The dead ought to remain so.
We wait for it.
60 seconds.
Do.
The barrier appears.
There we go. You really like this spot, don't you? The only thing I'll say to this is, like, at no point have you looked behind you to see what's happening. Like, you don't know what's going on with the rest of your team, so you're just leaving it up to chance in this situation. You're basically just solo playing this. You're not. It's okay to go for early poke spots, right? But at no point have you really looked at what's going on behind you to know if, like, what you're doing is going to be the play. Now, I'm okay with being aggressive at Sigma at times, don't get me wrong, right? It just feels like you're leaving it up to, like, almost your team to pop off more than you to pop off. Nice melee kills. Good job. Hey, it worked out. Made a nice clutch play at the end. Teammates all survived that, and you had, a rough comp, but made it work. But, like, let's go back to what you said. You said that you think you should be higher rank and, like, you don't deserve to be in gold, etc. Listen, you have some mechanical plays that are good, but your decision-making is very inconsistent, which is why your rank is also very inconsistent. That's what's causing the inconsistency issues, It's not mechanical. It's your decision making is all over the place. So like sometimes you just go for these plays that don't make sense. When you need to be aggressive, you play passive. When you need to be passive, you play aggressive. That's your problem. So how do you fix that? Well, starts with understanding the matchups. You have a ramattra, you're probably going to be in disengage mode most of the time. When do you be aggressive? When they use Nemesis form. That's it. Pretty simple, right? If they're playing a Reinhardt, you're going to play more passive most of the time because you can't let them swing on you. Okay. Play against a Zarya becomes more 50-50. Do they have high energy? Maybe need to play more disengage heavy. Have they used both their bubbles? Then you play aggressive again. You see what I'm saying here? So you need to understand the matchups and understand when you need to back up and when you need to be aggressive. You know, when should you go and sit on a window and just off angle a choke? I don't know. Well, in that situation, was that the best play? Probably not. Your teammates clutched it, but like I think that's going to be inconsistent. So decision making, that's what you need to clean up. I'm not going to worry about anything else right now. Your ult usage, etc. Decision making. You need to start to recognize when it's time to go for control and back away. I showed you some key moments around that. Learn from those. Adapt that elsewhere in different maps. You'll see progress and you won't fall back into gold. You keep doing this, you're going to have inconsistencies. You're going to fall back and forth. Clean that up. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. That's where my Discord is. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch to upload the webcam. Also stream on YouTube. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.